in Marikina. There you go, DEMUSIS at the baseline! And welcome to the MPVL. Nick DEMUSIS, what a jam! Casino active, there you go, up, and away. Welcome to your highlight, Nick DEMUSIS.
Manilang fate to be the #1 team, but it's also a matter of matchups. As DEMUSIS, it's a pull-up 3.
Pero pasok eh. Pero, no?
Hindi na nga nakatingin sa net.
Yes.
Ayun, tayo magagawa.
Oo.
Makakaling, pasok.
Mas na ganun, drive ka. Alam mo na.
Arche to DEMUSIS with an alley-oop from Gab. And Ramirez right.
What's up, boy?
What up, bro?
Hey.
Hold on.
My guy, Nick DEMUSIS. Damn.
What up? Hold on. Let me set this up. I ain't get my gaming chair yet, so I gotta put on the bean bag. Hold on.
Damn, Nick DEMUSIS in the house, man.
Put these on. See if this works. How you do this? AirPods. All right, there we go. There we go.
All right.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, wait.
DEMUSIS.
Let me grab something real quick.
Get it.
Wait. Let me grab something.
Get it. Oh my God, Nick DEMUSIS is one of those films that people are fucking curious about, intrigued by.
Intrigued, damn.
Yeah, bro. They're trying to like, oh, who's Nick DEMUSIS, man? They saw highlights. They probably saw a couple of your games, in the MPVL. Played for the Bacoor Strikers, by the way, guys, for Coach Chris Gavina. So don't be surprised if Rain or Shine takes Nick DEMUSIS.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, I'm with Nick DEMUSIS, the newest father. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How's father life with Riza?
Oh man, it is awesome. It's I don't know how to explain it. It still feels surreal. It still hasn't really hit me, you know? So some days I'm like, damn, I'm really a dad. And other days it's like, oh shit.
But hey man, I'm happy to have you finally on the channel, man. Get to know you a little bit more. Well, them. I think I've known enough. I think I know enough of Nick DEMUSIS, man. I was with this guy for like maybe a month. I think in Thailand, when we played out in Thailand with Marcus Doughtit and Paulo Hubald and those guys. So I spent a couple weeks with Nick DEMUSIS. That's where I really got to know him. A little bit too much, though. A little bit too much. A little bit more than I should have.
A month? I feel like it was longer than a month.
Bro,
Shit.
It felt like a fucking year, to be honest. It felt like a whole season, bro. Anyway, so we're here with Nick DEMUSIS, man. A lot of people are trying to, have a chance to get to know you, Phil Amps, especially, those who really didn't grow up here. So I'm happy to have you here, brother. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Nick, you good?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Let's get it. I've been trying to think of what you're gonna ask me on this damn show. I've been watching episodes like
nothing about Thailand. I can assure you that nothing about Thailand.
Thank you.
Just talk to me about where it all started, like the whole basketball career, your passion for the game, because I know how much you love the game and how much you put into the game. So you just talk to me about the whole thing growing up.
Well, basketball didn't really start till I was like, I think it was 5th grade, organized. Before that, I played like soccer, baseball, but soccer was like my first sport from like 4 years old till around 5th grade. And then I went to a new school and one of my friends, his dad coached. So he's like, dude, come play basketball. My dad at that time, like where I live, you got to sign up and then they put you in like a draft.
Okay.
So you go, you kind of do like skills. They watch you. There's like a 1-day thing, right? You go and then teams draft. So he's like, my dad will draft you. So it's me, my friend Henry, my friend Curtis. So all 3 of us were going to play together. Like, all right, cool. Go sign up. And ever since then, I just started playing basketball. Played with him 5th grade and I was on his team for that league every year. Same team every year. And that's where it kind of like started. And then through middle school, I still played multiple sports. I played football and then basketball too. And then in high school, after my freshman year, my coaches were like, you're not going to play football no more. You got to choose like you play basketball or football. When football wanted me to play and basketball is like, you got to play this. So I was like, damn, which one, can I do both? But once football, I heard what they were doing when you miss like practices and I missed so many workouts already, like required workouts to play. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play football. I'm not doing that shit. So I'm gonna just play basketball the rest. After that, it's been basketball since.
who is the Filipino in your family? Your mom?
My mom. My
Your
mom.
mom.
Yeah,
So
my mom is.
was playing in the Philippines anywhere part of the plan, or
It
it was just?
was, you know, to be honest, was I wasn't the best student, right? So
I can imagine,
even
Nick. Nick, why can I imagine that? Like,
even just to play, like to be eligible in high school, like my freshman year, I wasn't eligible, you know. Then my sophomore year, I played. Then in my junior year, I had, you know, because my grades were good when it was basketball, but sometimes they would use your grades before basketball. So when I stopped playing football, that's when I didn't have to worry about that, you know, because football is before basketball. So even playing, it was always a dream of mine, right, to be a professional, but it was never really like there. Oh, we're going to go, you know, you're going to go back home, you're going to go play. Let's just get you to graduate high school first. Then, you know, then we'll try, then we break it down. Okay, let's get to college. Now let's graduate college and then we'll go from there, just in little like pieces.
that's how much he hates school. It's like 1 year at a time. 1 year at a time.
We gotta take it. We gotta take it day by day.
So you grew up with your mom. Grew up with your mom?
No, I actually didn't grow up with my real mom. So
Oh, okay. But was the Filipino culture anywhere
yeah,
near,
it's
anywhere
still there.
present?
It was
present.
It was there. It was present, you know. And even back home in Hawaii, you know, the Filipino culture is big. You know, people don't know this. There's a lot of all my best friends, they're all Ilocanos, right? There's so many Ilocanos in Hawaii. And the culture is there from, you know, like our family parties, karaoke all night at our parties, you know, food.
So basically, you didn't grow up with your mom who was the Filipina, but you grew up with fellow Filipinos, like unrelated to you.
But they're pretty much like my brothers to
Family.
me. So, and that's where I got a lot of the
So
culture
basically,
from, was from them.
It was more or less a coincidence that the people around you were Filipinos. It didn't
Yeah.
like, it wasn't connected to you being Filipino.
No.
Damn, that's
No.
crazy. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So you grew up around the Filipino culture without the reason why you're Filipino.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. Growing up in Hawaii, like who gave you the idea, or who told you like, oh, basketball in the Philippines is crazy?
It was my Kuya Sonny, actually. My Kuya Sonny Margate. He played in the NBA back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Or
That's the league right there, bro.
Laguna Lakers.
Yeah.
You know, he was out there, and it wasn't until I got a little bit older that the possibility of doing it and pursuing the whole thing. And, you know, I always wanted to, you know, playing college in the States, you want to go Europe. You know, I grew up around people that were older than me, and they played in, you know, Euro League, G League, D League at the time. And just playing with these guys at the park was like, you know, maybe we try Europe, you know, let's try this, let's try that. And it wasn't, you know, I always chased that Euro dream, right? You know, we went on a tour to Spain when I was in college. We played 4 pro teams. You know, we got a taste of it. And after my senior year, we went to Italy. You know, we played 5 teams with an all-star team from my conference, all seniors. So I was like, shit, you know, we want to go to Europe and play and test it, you know, and kind of like build your brand, right? You kind of raise it a little bit higher. But it wasn't until I got older, they're like, all that shit doesn't matter. They want to see you play out here. You know, you could play in this league, this league, this league. But, you know, if you come out here and you do something, that's what matters. They don't give a my language, but I know I can say whatever I want on this. They don't give a fuck
bro.
what you they don't give a fuck what you do other places unless you're a D1 guy, right?
Okay.
Say Brickman, right? Brickman led the nation in assists, did his thing D1, and he's a stud. You know, he don't need to really show what he got to do here, but for us less known guys, you got to come in, make your name, and then go from there, you know, build on top of it. So it wasn't till I got a little bit older where it's like, all right, you just got to go there. This TBSL, they're not going to care about the TBSL. They're not going to care about this. You're going to play in pocket tournaments, do this and that until you're actually on the soil doing it.
They ain't going to give shit about your highlight tips and all that shit.
They're not. They'll see it. They'll be like, all right, let's see if that can correlate over here, you know, because the game is so different here. It's way different than anywhere else.
Did you go to Europe?
Did I go to Europe? No. I actually had a chance after college to play in Italy, but I had a semester left of school.
This guy hates school so much.
Took me about 6 years to graduate college. Like, shit, how long am I gonna be in this bitch?
What the fuck is this for? I ain't gonna use this on the court.
Yeah, it took,
Yeah, this guy
took
could have
me
played
that.
college basketball here in the Philippines. If you know, you know. This guy could have played college basketball in the Philippines and not worry about his grades.
Man, and that was the thing too. It was so ironic, right? In high school, I had no grades because right in the NCAA in the US, you got to be eligible. You got to have like certain grade point average in your SAT, ACT. But you can go to a junior college, get your classes, and then like a 2-year school. Then you can transfer. So, all right, we're gonna go to a junior college. Okay, go to junior college, get my classes. Then I go after my second year of junior college. I was supposed to play back home in Hawaii, a D2. I get there and they say, "Oh, you're ineligible." I'm like, what? This was like 2.5 years of school already. I'm like, what? So my first JUCO, no wonder we was ineligible because they gave us all PE classes so we could play basketball.
Bro.
That shit didn't even transfer.
I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to a Filipino college player, to be honest with you. Right now, I feel like I'm talking to a Filipino college player with all
So
the
then,
ineligibility and all that shit. This guy would have transferred schools. Here out here in the Philippines, transfer to a school, wouldn't give a fuck about your
so
school.
that did happen. So
That did
boom,
happen.
right? 2 junior college, right? Go to Division 2, ineligible, can't play because I don't got enough credits. But the school I end up graduating from, I get in, and how ironic, it's an academic school.
God damn, school sucks. Nick, that's a scouting report. Nick DEMUSIS hates school. That's the scouting report. Watch out for that on the PBA, man. So when all this happened and then you graduate college, I know that you flew out to different countries, especially here in Southeast Asia. When did the idea of, like you were talking about, you had a friend in the MBA.
Yeah.
When did the idea actually make sense to have that plan to get to the PBA?
Right. So after I finished my senior year playing, that's when we went to Italy with an all-star team from our conference. And me and another guard actually got offered from one of the teams we played. So the thing was, am I going to play? I think the deal was super small. It was like less than like 1,000 euros. So like less than $1,000.
PBA D-League players make more.
Exactly. So it's like, am I going to go do that and have a semester left? Because I only have 3 classes left.
We're still talking about school, bro.
I'm not going to, if I get my foot in the door, I'm not going to go back to school, right? So I told myself, this is the one time when school became before basketball, right? So I told myself, all right, we'll go back and we'll finish so I can graduate, get my degree. It's over with, done. Don't gotta, if I want to get my master's or whatever, I can go and do it. So it wasn't, I had to let that offer go, finish school. So then now I had a year where I didn't play. So now it's trying to get somewhere to play. And honestly, at that time, I was kind of like, is it going to happen? I was working, I was working at the Boys and Girls Club. I was the outside coordinator for the after school program. I was doing that. And, I was like, am I really going to play? Nothing's really happening. And that's when it was like, bro, we got this league, right? In Thailand, you can play, go there, get your foot in the door, and then see what happens from there. So boom, actually go out there, play my first season in the TBSL. And it was ever since then, that's when I was trying to come out here now to play and finally made it,
You knew all along that your papers were cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so you never really had problems.
Not really, no. It was just kind of like I said, trying to build that brand, right? And testing
before flying out.
Testing the waters, because I played, even though I was at a D3 in college, I averaged 18 points a game. That's something where I can, I was always told, you got a guy that averages 20, 18, 20 or above, that guy can, can score, can do something. So that was it. Like, let's test it, let's build it, and then go from there. And then when it was the realization, like, you're gonna have to go out there and do it. It won't matter. You're not one of those, like I said, those bigger name guys to do it. And that's why I'm 29 now, I'll be a rookie. It took me a while to graduate college. I finished later, similar to here, right? What's the age when people graduate out here?
24, 23?
24. Like I think I was like 25.
Yeah, okay.
When I graduated, almost turning 26. So
it don't really matter. At least now you're on your way. Hopefully,
on your way.
That's true though. Like I've seen you, I've watched you play. Obviously, I played with you, and it's always, can he do it in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Can he do it in the MPVL and the PBA? So what was that like when you finally like got a taste of Filipino brand of basketball? I mean, I'm sure you've always heard about it when you would play, but when you entered the MPBL, which is one of the more physical leagues in the country, what what was that like, bro?
Bro, to be honest, so it wasn't. So our first like practice we had, Coach Chris had a scrimmage, right? He had a scrimmage, but before that, I would practice with Rain or Shine.
Okay.
You know, so I kind of had, PBA is physical. They're bigger. It's physical, but when you come to the MPBL,
They hit you.
it's a little different. Like, it's not dirty, but borderline. It's like I heard it's about like it's like how it was here back in the day.
Yeah.
Right. That's why they like it so much. Right. It's so much similar to how it was, where you can hit. Right. You can arm bar. You can move a little bit with your screen. Right. You can stick the hip out. You can push in the back and the box out. So when I first got a taste of it was our first practice. Right. Because Philam coming and playing, and
And by the way, guys, Nick's a strong dude. Like, Nick is physical. Nick will that viral video of Nick hitting this this Asian dude, like that went viral, guys. I'm gonna try to look for that clip and put it up right here, but that went viral.
That's on TikTok.
So that's his game. So just for perspective, that's his game. All right, and then in first practice.
So first practice, we're scrimmaging, right? Yeah. We go, coach gets it. We have our 15 guys, right? He puts the team scrimmaging. So the guy, Mark Montuano.
Montuano. Mamon, baby.
Right? Mamon. Big. So there was a foul, free throw, boxing out. He swims. Boom, right to the nose. He did something where it just came back and was like, boom, straight to the nose. I swear my nose was broken. I was like, oh. But I told myself, I was like, you can't, because I've learned you can't retaliate or do something. It's not, he wasn't doing it to be dirty. It's kind of like testing a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So just shook it off and go and play. And next, we're bumping, we're hitting. And that was the first, but another person that really was the one that helped me adjust was Mark Pangilinan.
Mark Pangilinan.
Yeah.
Pangilinan.
Yeah. Every day in practice, we were like, I know you see the videos on Hoop Junkie where the guys like hitting each other. Like, that was me and him at practice every day, holding, hitting, nothing dirty, but just preparing me for, the MPBL. Cause he's like, dude, you're going to get hit and they're going to test you. And also Coach Chris, cause he would, in practice, I had a no foul rule. If I drove, I got hit, no foul. Don't let Nick touch the ball, double team, and just hit him no matter. And they're like,
okay, we got permission. We got permission.
Oh, I'm hitting. But with that, it helped me adjust. And he even would tell me like, yo, the first couple weeks, right? Some Philam super pretty, right? Trying to be fancy. And he'd tell us like, yo, stop that Philam pretty boy shit. Cut that shit out. Just get it done, right? Stick to it. You're not going to get no calls. You stop fucking grumbling and just play. And after that, it kind of like switched, like, you're not going to get nothing. No. Especially the MPBL, right? But yeah, those three guys with two players that helped, and Coach Chris helped with adjustment. But yeah, that first practice, I remember Mamon hit me in the nose, bro. My shit was like, my shit broken. I'm like,
coming into like this draft, is there any team that intrigues you? Like, this team right here could use like what you can offer.
I would say, Phoenix.
Yeah.
They need guys, right? They have their core, right? They just picked up Vic. They got Branchero.
Yeah.
And they really have no depth right now.
Bro.
So rain or shine. I know their system. I can come in. It's if Coach Chris keeps it the same as, because we was pretty much running the same system at Bacor that rain or shine was running. Who else? I don't know who else really.
There are a lot of players in the league. That's why.
Yeah, fuck. I was just thinking of teams with Phoenix only got like 9 guys signed. So I'm like, shit, that'd probably be the best.
Everything else is like, all teams are full. Fuck.
Exactly. Like,
surplus of players, bro. Surplus of players. They're just
like
too many.
I worked out for Ginebra, but it's like, you want to go to Ginebra, right? You want to go.
You want to go to Ginebra, but you're not going to play in Ginebra, bro.
And it's like, shit. Yeah, we talk about it like.
You're going to go there for the bonus, bro. You're for the bonus, yeah. Bro, for the bonus, yeah, fucking let's go. Let's go. Yo. Stanley Pringle, you need water, Stanley. And now with Christian and everyone, like, yep, if you want to make some money, bro, go to Inebra.
Yeah, I see. But
Or
it's
go to
like,
SMB.
yeah.
SMB.
So it's like, right, you want to go to these teams, right? You want to go to these teams, but then again, too, you want to play against the best,
exactly.
right? And be able to showcase, and who knows, maybe you do good, and then they see you with their vet guys almost on the way out. You know, these guys know basketball, right? They see you in the workouts, and if they're like, oh, let's see this guy play a couple seasons, and then we'll go from there. You know, anything can happen is on what you do.
Yeah, especially when you're young. When you're young, it's more of like establishing yourself in the league first.
Yeah,
it ain't about championships yet.
No.
I mean, it's about championships, but it's not. That's not it yet. You're trying to establish yourself in the league, and then once you establish yourself in the league, like a CJ Perez, okay, now let's go SMB. Let's make some money.
Yeah,
and then let's get some championships.
It's like, too, why did we start playing basketball? Right? It's not really the money wasn't for the money. It's you want to play and. You know, the money is a perk. It's a plus. Some teams, you may get more because of the bonuses, but if you ain't playing, you really gonna be happy. You know, you're gonna be happy. Yeah, you're gonna be making money, but maybe miserable just going to practice every day, 5 days a week, and just
I know how that feels, bro.
Getting your ass whooped by the start. Like,
yep. It's like you're invisible going to practice, bro. It's like, who's that guy again? Like, what can you say that you can bring to a PBA team? For those who haven't seen you play, what can you bring to a PBA team?
Well, it's like I said on the another one of the interviews I did is I feel like I'm the
interviews that got my ideas. One of the interviews that got my ideas. Anyway, go. I'm kidding.
But I feel like I'm a pocket knife kind of guy, right? I can do multiple things, and you know, if you need me to do this, I'll do that. You need me to be a defender, right? You know, I'll defend. I'll hit open shots, because you got to think a lot of these teams have their guys. So you may not necessarily be coming in doing your thing. They may be wanting you to find a niche, right? Let's stick to this niche and let's stay in. But the good thing about me is there's multiple things I could do. So if they want that niche, okay, I can just pull it out the knife. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do that. Say if there's imports, if I got to guard the 6'4" and under imports, maybe that may be my job, you know, do that. May not be able to stop them, but just control them a little bit, you know, contain and control, you know, don't let them go off for 30, try to keep them to a minimum, you know. And I think also too, somebody that's just going to come in and day out and just work hard and, you know, just put his head down and work and do whatever they need me to do.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, man, like that's what teams are looking for. Good attitude, especially with role players, right? Like you just gotta have a good attitude, because that's a good point. Like everyone has their star players already. The superstars are established. So
exactly.
They need guys to come in and fill the role. And the one thing that I know that I've seen from you is you play hard, you work hard, and you do whatever it takes to get that dub. Obviously, your girlfriend right now is a big PBA personality. She's been in the PBA for so long as a courtside reporter and as a host and whatever. Like, how does that help you off the court? Like the lifestyle of a PBA player, I'm sure she's familiar with. Does she talk to you about, like, does she give you advice about what she knows of the PBA?
I think it's, you know, more of she knows like, okay, I got to go and lift. I got to do my skill work, and not being one to take me away from that and being like, where you going? You going there, this and that. No,
she understands.
She understands the grind, because she also has her grind too. You know, when she was doing courtside, she'd have news, she'd have events, right, that she got to do. So she understands the grind and what's needed, and it's more of like, you know, what to expect in a way by, you know, these are pros. They're doing this. You got to do this. You got to eat right. Take your vitamins, you know, make sure you drink your water. You're going to work out later. And it's just more of making that adjustment a little bit easier. Like I said before, MPVL, I got to catch a grab, right, to practice. You know, now she could either bring me or I could take the car. And food, you know, we always have food. I don't got to worry about eating Jollibee after practice or McDonald's. You know, now we have certain things where she's cooking healthy foods and we're eating right. And, you know, and it's been a big help, because she understands the grind of what it is to be a basketball player.
Oh yeah, and that's obviously an advantage for someone who's trying to get to the league. So to all the girls out there with guy basketball players, with guy hoopers, please understand, it's a lifestyle. It's not go there 2 hours, go home, and like do
is.
whatever. No, it's a lifestyle. It's a 24/7 thing. That's why I hate it the most when people say that basketball, or people don't understand that basketball is a fucking full-time job.
It is.
It's actually more than just 9 to 5, because it's the whole day. You eat, breathe, sleep basketball. And when you get to the league, who's the one guy that you're most excited to match up against?
Shit, man, there's a lot, bro. Me would have to be Alex, because he's been a big part. Because he's been a big part in my, everything, and also helping me with adjust. We work out together, this and that, constantly in talks with him, and because he's that big brother role, being able to play against him.
Yeah,
and
you do know he's gonna beat your ass, right? Like your Kuya, bro. Your Kuya will, bro. He's not.
Exactly. Like we work out, right? This dude, how long he been in the league? Fucking like
17, 18. Yeah,
17, 18 years, right? He's 11-time champ.
Yeah.
And it's like we work out together and we're doing shooting drills. And I'm trying to get like little bitty wins again. I beat this motherfucker in this drill. Hell yeah. I'm going home like rest of the day on cloud 9. Or he's doing bad and I get a good time. I'm gonna beat him. He's like, let me go again.
Let me turn it on.
He's doing this on purpose, bro. He letting me win and stuff. He's one guy. Who else? I had the privilege already of going, not in a game setting, but practices, like big game, James Yap, Gabe, going against them, and just seeing James Yap with his fucking step back, floater, bro. It's like,
bro. That's big game, James, bro.
Oh, it's crazy. But I would say one, Alex, because he said he's one of my Kuyas, but who would be? I would say maybe
bro.
Stanley, younger guys, maybe some up and coming guys too, like the younger guards. Say Kiefer. Ray's tough too, bro. He's an absolute bucket.
Professional scorer, bro. He can score any way you want.
Ray is a bucket. Ray.
Kiefer.
Pogoy
is tough. Matthew Wright. Marshall. These are the guys that you're gonna be guarding. These are the guys. These are the 2-3s.
Vaughn's a lights out, bro.
Paul.
I heard he's a tough guard. Like, even watching him though, and like people been saying, chilling, like, wait, he makes it look so easy.
He doesn't
even watching the games, bro. Like, first game I watched was the Classical.
Oh, the Manila Classical. Yeah.
That shit was crazy, bro. And
Paulie's too easy. Too easy, bro.
Gio too.
Gio, yep.
Because he's like
he's a pest.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of those, as me as a bigger guard, little guards, you're like, fuck, it's a little bit harder playing against these little guards, but just him too, because how hard he plays, Baroka too. All these guys, bro. Pretty much everybody in the PBA, because they're all
Yep. That's you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best, bro.
Yeah.
You want to
bring out the best in others,
and you want to belong to that elite group. So you gotta show out every time you go up against them. I'm gonna just give you the time to say thanks to whoever you want to say thanks to, everyone a part of your journey from back home to here in the Philippines. Say what's up to Mamon. Remind him of. Hold up, let me fix this.
Thanks for not breaking my nose, bro. But I just want to thank. I want to thank you too, bro. I like what you're doing with your platform. I don't know if you watch a lot of podcasts. One of my favorite is All the Smoke, All the Smoke in Knuckleheads. I don't know if you've seen Knuckleheads, and this kind of, by watching it, it gives me that vibe, right? That you bringing this here, where people can come in and be themselves and be free. And like you said, you're like, man, it's only gonna take 30 minutes. Dude, it's been an hour, bro. We've been bullshitting for an hour talking story, But yeah, you for having me, all your subscribers. I remember when you had like 10 subscribers, bro. Now you had like in 50K, bro. Hey, I got a YouTube too. Follow me, subscribe, Nick DEMUSIS. But I say my family, for supporting me, and everybody back home, and, just everybody that's just trying to make it and pursuing something. I know times is hard, but it ain't gonna be like this forever. So just keep on grinding, put your 2 feet down, and just keep it pushing. We all gonna be all right. Oh yeah, and Riza, Thank you, Riza. Love you. Bella Boo. Thank you for everything. You know, you motivated me. Daddy loves you guys.
I'm not even gonna cut that pause, bro. I'm gonna make sure Riza sees how you forgot it a split second there. Like, oh, Riza.